Yo, what is up, boys? We're back with a brand new video, and in today's YouTube video, I'll see how far my meta all-star team can go in infinity mode. Which, if you guys do not know, I have 3 all-star units: 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒, Broly, and 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒. Which 𝐓𝐂NA was my first ever all-star, Broly was my second, and then 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 was the most recent. Which, if you guys have not viewed my last video, I did roll all-star and evolve him. But yeah, if you guys don't know, he's from the new trial. So we do need to bring some support units. I'm thinking maybe Blackbeard, of course, for the slow. His like, I don't want to bring like 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 because that's like, we're trying to see out my all-star team. So we're gonna bring a buff unit, which is King Kai, and then a support unit, which is gonna be our Blackbeard for the slow. And yeah, so I actually I don't have max skill tree on like all these guys because, bro, I low-key just don't get dupes. I didn't really think it's worth it, bro, but if you really want to become really good at this game, you do need dupes. But I do have some skill orbs. I'm gonna put all these in red because, if you guys don't know, 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 and 𝐓𝐂NA are red units, which actually I really need more skill orbs than those two. But alright, we maxed out 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒, but we still have to get dupes for him, which will be actually kind of hard. But 𝐓𝐂NA, we're basically maxed out, I'm pretty sure. No, we're missing this little thing. I do not have dupes for 𝐓𝐂NA either. I'm lucky just not him with you, bro. But there we go. We maxed out. Well, we didn't really max out a skill tree, but for our full potential, I'm pretty sure I already have everything I need for Broly. I am lacking on the skill orbs department is bad, but so now we're in the infinite mode, and yeah. So I'll probably be back when I have enough money, so then we can upgrade and showcase our first unit, which will probably be Broly, only because he does more damage he gains damage every wave. But yeah, I'm gonna stop yapping and just cut to the next part. Boys, it is time to place our first unit, which will be Broly. So on placement, he does around 5k every 3 seconds. He gets a new move, which just makes his circle bigger. Broly's a really cool unit because you guys know he gains like damage once you max him out every wave. He is very good. So he does 17k every 3 seconds. 24k. Okay, I'm out of money. I'll be back. Alright, I finally have enough money. We can max him out now. And yeah, he does 60k every 4.62 seconds. And he gains, so that's not the max he can do. But now we can buff him and just see how much. If you guys don't know how to do the King Kai, you basically gotta go like this. I'm pretty sure you do have to upgrade this unit, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'll do that later. We are seeing how far meta units can get in infinite mode, which I really hope it can be really far. So now he's doing 70k, around 70k with buff, which he can gain a lot more. Now we can go place our 𝐓𝐂NA. The cool thing about 𝐓𝐂NA is that he burns and then he bleeds and then burn. So bleed basically gives, I think, 20% more damage, and then burn is way better, which 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 also has burn, which does 40% damage. So you guys can do the math on that one. Just take 40% of 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 or 𝐓𝐂NA's damage. So at max out he does 82k every 50 range, and his SP is really high. But you also gotta take the 40% in the factor. So I'm actually gonna do the calcs right now and see how much it is. So actually, his burn damage, he does 33 more thousand. Alright, that sounded wrong, but with that, so you gotta add that together. Plus, we haven't even buffed him, which he's a red unit, so King Kai will give him a 50% buff instead of 40, which is actually really good because 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 is also a red unit, but that's besides the fact. But now we can actually go place down our 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒. I don't know the best range for him because I think it's on, because I do want him that whole side over there and stuff. I'm pretty sure it's here. But the thing about 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒, he's kind of cheap. Broly's kind of cheap too, but his SP is really low on placement. So yeah, so on placement he does 2k every 2 seconds. So there we go, he gets his little AoE attack. Boom. So now he does 30k every like 6 seconds, which 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒's not really a main DPS unit, but his I'll stop yapping. But 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒 also does do burn, which he's doing 80k, but that's with the 50% buff. Plus, you got a 40% because the burn gives 40% more damage, which that's why Sukuna is beautiful. So Broly's also doing 111k, which I'm pretty sure he maxes out at 120k with the full buff and stuff. But the cool thing about Kainu, he places 2 little magma puddles, and he max of 6, and those can actually hit air units. So he's kind of like a hybrid, but not like a full hybrid. And each of those do around 10k damage, these little magma things. But that's because I have All-Star, as you can see over here. So I'll probably be back when we start struggling or something. But yeah, so you gotta add that. I'm pretty sure I have no clue if they burn. But we are back, and Broly's doing 130k every 4.62 seconds. Bro, Broly is OP as hell, bro. I've also placed down a few Blackbeards because that's why we brought him. King Kai buff too, which the best units in the game, in my opinion, is 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒, Broly, 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒, and what's her name? That one dude from Bleach. I have no clue what his name is. I'm bugging. And then I would say 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒's number 1. I'm gonna say the Bleach character's number 2, 𝐓𝐀𝐆𝐒's number 3, Akainu's number 4, and then I would say Broly. And then I would say Sukuna. Like, burn damage is really good in this game. Like 40% more damage, but we are actually kind of struggling. That's a little bad thing about the only bad thing is we don't want to bring a lot of support units, which we only have 2, but that's as much as we could fit. So you kind of really do need support units because it's really hard to kill little enemies after wave around like 40 if you're just one person. But for leaderboards, you kind of stop killing them around 46. That's when you have to start auto skipping and you really try to stall. But I think we're about to die now, which we're on wave 43, which is actually insane for only 3 DPS units. But here we go. I'm pretty sure we're gonna die pretty soon. The thing about Akainu is his like magma things go anywhere. And oh, we got one more skip, and we got wave 44, which is not bad for a full all-star team. So that will probably be it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe, join the Discord. Link is in the description. I will be doing giveaways in that very soon.